Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Today is February 7th, I do believe. It's Saturday, 2021, and what I'm doing now is looking at my first baby Corydoras who was born in this tank, and just to scale and get an idea of the size. I'm putting my fingers, it's about the width of my index finger, and I'm kind of shocked by this because the eggs for this Cory and any of its siblings that might be in here, and I'm looking around right now trying to see if I can spot one. I don't think I do presently, but there's at least one baby in there. It was born in this tank, or at least the eggs were laid in this tank, but the Corys that were in here were kind of under threat of their eggs being snatched by a fairly large mother black molly. And let's see, I ended up, just to try and help the situation, I moved her in here because this tank ended up getting some of the bullies from other aquariums, and there's Mama Molly in here, so she's still doing pretty well. She seems to be constipated. I've treated her for dropsy. I've treated her for internal parasites, and she's just always kind of bloated, so I might even give her another round of antibiotics just to see if I can help that out. But her offspring are in that tank, and things are going pretty well. This tank just isn't one that I thought had babies in it. I'm sure that some of these female guppies may end up reproducing. I wasn't really trying to keep my males and females together, but my other tank was inflicted with a pretty annoying ick. I mean, it's just, yeah, round of ick, but this is where the babies are. There are probably 50 or 60 baby guppies in here. Raised the temp a while back, treated the entire tank, and the ick seems to be under control. Here's a curved spine female that needs to be removed from the breeding situation, but she's healthy, and they're just, most of my adults have come out of here, and for now I'm just going to let it ride as a grow out tank, and then remove any of the guppies that grow healthy and large enough to sex. I will be bringing them down here and putting them in hospital quarantine. This tank down here is currently running with a little less than 2.5 teaspoons of aquarium salt per gallon in this small 10-gallon hospital tank. Sorry, let's see if I can get down here and give you guys a view. It's going to be pretty difficult to see what's going on in here, but we've got quite a few guppies hanging out in here. One of the females in there has a big spot of ick on her. That's just a plant only tank, and some of the stuff that's getting ready for spring. Over here we have, I can't throw snails away, I can't kill them, so I put them in these little bowls and stuff like that when I pull them out of that other guppy breeder tank. And gosh, I pull like 5 a day out of there, and I just saw baby snails in there, so not too thrilled about that. Let's go back and get a look at that real quick, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm discussing. There are ram's horn snails in this tank. There's one. So when they come up for air and to get some munchies off of the frog bit up in the top of this tank, which, yeah, there it is. I just kind of reach my hand down in here, grab them off, pull them out, try not to drop them, shake the plants off. And if I look back down in here, there are quite a few throughout this aquarium, but literally I pull like 5 a day out. I'm probably very close to the 100 snails mark that I've pulled out of this tank over the last month. But whatever, I'll just stay at it and see how things go. There are also bristlenose plecos hanging out in here that are making babies. That's a little one, and you can see it's not even the size of my hand. Here's another little bitty one that is an albino, and more snails and stuff. So I'm going to be watching this tank pretty closely. I have not enjoyed dealing with the ick infestation type stuff. They're small protozoans that they're just really, really hard to eradicate. So unfortunately, I'm going to be taking this tank and eventually pulling all of the fish out and letting it go fallow fishless. The plants can stay, the snails, if they remain, can stay. Hopefully they'll be gone. And we'll be moving everything to another tank, which is in here. That'll be the main guppy tank. That thing up there. Let's see if I can get a light on it. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, I've got the light unplugged. Okay. Anyway, this tank's cycling right now. It's probably a week into it, and I would do well to give it something like an ammonia infusion